In this lecture, we are going to look at the applications of percentage, right? So, like, the percentage is kind of a topic we use daily in our daily lives and in business and engineering, sciences, researches, we use everywhere, okay? And we'll see some of the uh, common problems in the form of questions which are from GCSE's exams. And yeah, let's see the first question. So, so the first question, Lisa scored 95% on her geography exam, which was marked out of 160, right? So we know the whole is 160. And what was Lisa's actual marks out of 160? All right. So the problem is we know the total marks, right? No total marks, which is 160. We don't know how much she scored. Score, we don't know that, right? In numbers we don't know that. However, we know the percentage. We know the percentage of marks she scored, which is 95%. Okay, so the first step is to form a fraction. Okay, to form a fraction of her marks. Okay, so she scored, let's say she scored she scored x number of marks. Okay, and of course the total is 160, so the fraction would be x out of 160. Okay, so that's the fraction of marks she got, right? Now we are interested in finding the score, the actual score, which is x, and we know the percentage. And how do we find the percentage? Once we know the fraction of the marks, we just multiply it with 100 to get the percentage, right? And we can equate this percentage to 95%. All right, because we know she scored 95% of marks. Now we are interested in finding x. Okay, so let's make this whole equation without the percent sign, so that we are consistent with the numbers. 160 times 100, okay, equals 95. So the amount of score she got divided by the total number of marks, so this is the fraction, times 100. We are converting this fraction to a percentage, and we know the percentage is 95. Now let's compute the value of x. We can cancel these zeros, we can multiply, so it would be 10x over 16 equals to 95. Now 10x over 16, now the 16 is in division, so we'll take this division into on the other side of the equation, and it will be in multiplication now. So 10x equals 95 times 16. Okay, so let me just check what is 95 times 16, which is 1520. So we got 1520, so 10x equals 1520. So we can now compute the x, which is 1520 divided by 10. So this would become 10, so 0 0, so it would become 152, right? So she scored 152 marks, so the actual fraction will be 152 out of 160, and the percentage she got is 95% of the marks. Okay, so that's how we this is the most common problem, or the common example we can see in our daily life, right? Let's see another example. So the next example we have is, alright, so a theater has a capacity of 3,000 people. On the opening night, the theater was 97% full. On the second night, it was 87% full. Okay, we got the percentages, and we got the total capacity, which is 3,000. The total number of students, or total number of people we can adjust in the stadium is, in the theater, is 3,000. Alright, so how many people attended the theater on the first night? All right, so we need to find the number of people actually attended the theater on the first night, though we only know the percentage. Okay, we know the percentage on the first night, which was 97% full. So let's first form the fraction of people present at the theater on the first night. So we don't know the actual number of students, which we have to find in part A. We do know, because we are going to divide it to make the fraction. So x divided by 3000. So now we got the fraction of people attended the theater on the first night. Yeah. So this is the fraction. Now how to convert this into a percentage? Just multiply it with 100, and we know the percentage, which is 97%. Okay, now let's just simplify. We can cancel these two zeros because they are in multiplication and division simultaneously. And now it's easy because x over 30 equals 97. Now what can I do? I can take this 30 on the other side of the equation because it's in division, so it will be in multiplication now. So xo equals to 97 times 30. And this would become, so 97 times 30 is, okay, so 97 times 30, that would become 2910. Okay, 2910 people were present at the first night. So 2910 people. Now in part B, they're saying how many people attended theater on the second night. Now we can use the same thing. We don't know how many people attended. We do know the full capacity, which is 3000 times 100 to convert it into percentage, and we do know the percentage, which is 78% full. Okay, 78%. Now again, we can cancel these two zeros. Then x over 30 equals 78, and we can make x subject by taking 30 on the other side. It would be in multiplication. So 78 times 30 is, yeah, 78 times 30 is 2340. Alright, so on the second day there are 2430 people in the theater. Yeah, of course, because it's the second night, not high as on the first night, right? So in part C, they're saying how many people attended the theater in total during the first two nights. Well, that is so easy because you just need to find a total for the two nights, which is just the addition 2340 plus 2910, which is, so yeah, we just need to add them so that it make up 5240. Okay, so 5240 people together for the first night and the second night.